Glitches are usually a bad thing, they screw you over, but sometimes, very rarely, they're a good thing. Like a free heirloom glitch, a glitch that accidentally made a very cool skin, and also a glitch that kind of gave us a hint into Apex's future. Let's look at Apex's good fun glitches. The glitch I had the most fun with because it just gave unlimited potential while it was possible, was the Legend ability and heirloom swap glitch. Essentially, a few seasons ago, there was a glitch in the firing range where if you changed Legend while getting revived by Lifeline, you would switch Legend's model, but maintain the previous Legend's abilities and heirloom, allowing you to essentially swap abilities and heirlooms between any Legend you wanted. So naturally, the first thing I did was make universal heirlooms. I gave Fuse Wattson's heirloom, Loba Gibraltar's heirloom, Wattson Valk's heirloom, Newcastle Gibraltar's heirloom, and also Caustic Gibraltar's heirloom as well. Also, in first person, the heirloom animations held up pretty well as well. This was kind of universal heirlooms before they even existed, and with rumours right now that Respawn are planning to make Legend specific heirlooms universal, this is a cool look into what the future could be. Also, obviously, switching abilities between Legends was very cool as well. I think giving Gibby Valk's jetpack was definitely very cursed, but also this was back before the Revenant rework, so he had his silence, and when you applied the Revenant silence to any other Legend, it contorted their fingers into something absolutely disgusting. I was kind of hoping the Fuse tactical would do the same thing, considering it went into his arm, but it just ended up looking like this. Also, I think I might be the only person in the world that got the rare Revenant pre-rework ult animation on Wraith. What a mouthful. In a similar form, there was another funny glitch around this time where if you emoted as Crypto when coming out of Rev's shadow form, your animations would jumble. They would make zero sense, and the game would basically mix up what animations to give you, causing situations like this. This was pretty funny to mess around with in the firing range, as you could activate animations you've probably never seen before, but if an enemy activated this in game, well, it will be a bit annoying considering a lot of the animations have you lying on your back, basically making you very hard to hit, but otherwise I do miss this glitch. Also, the finisher looks like this. A few seasons ago, there was a crazy glitch that took a lot of coordination to actually achieve, and I don't know how people discovered this, as the way you activated this glitch was to go into ranked and leave to give yourself a cooldown, and then you had to start up a private game, put it into duos mode, and then join squad 20. After that, 29 people had to join one team each, so no duo squads could be filled up. And then, when you started the game, everybody would be in a giant squad, which caused the user interface to look like this, and also whenever you skydived, it would put you all in a huge line, which kind of showed us Respawn had already partly prepared the game to have squads of over 3 people, and I guess that kind of came to reality in Season 21 when we got the quads mode. But this shows how big the squads in Apex can go. Maybe one day we can get a 50v50 where everybody jumps out like this. While we had a squad this large, I actually thought of a pretty cool experiment. Let everybody in the team die except from one person and then pick up all of their banners. And then respawn the teammates so they all drop out of one dropship. No, in fact, it just crashed the server. To this day, I don't know how this glitch got discovered, but it was one of the best. Naturally, most of these glitches do get patched within weeks, but this one, Respawn shouldn't have patched, as when the Chaos Theory event came out in Season 8, most people were fairly happy with the skins, but they were very happy with this Wattson skin, which was an epic sold in the collection event. The issue was, this wasn't what the skin was meant to look like, but a lot of people bought it expecting it to be this really cool white skin. So when Respawn announced this was a glitch and it wasn't meant to look like this and it was going to get patched to look like this instead, people weren't very happy. Luckily, Respawn listened and gave people a refund if they bought this skin, regardless if they wanted this version or this version. So this glitch has a good ending, but my god, I wish we had this version of the skin because it looks amazing. One of my favourite glitches, just because of how ridiculous it was the Broken Moon map teaser glitch. If you're not aware, before Broken Moon came out, Respawn actually put a portion of the map into the game as a teaser, and the teaser would literally only let you zip rail through a certain area of the map. You were stuck to the zip rail, you couldn't get off it, and you were essentially just looking at the map on a predetermined course. So naturally, a load of people started trying to figure out how to not take the zip line and potentially get off the zip line, and eventually people discovered you could actually wall climb out of the teaser as Revenant and just walk about. So naturally, when this glitch was discovered, everybody did it because they wanted to walk around the new map early and look at it on their own pace, and it was a pretty fun thing to do. The map was massively unfinished, and Respawn removed a load of it as it was just a teaser, but there was a surprising amount on the map that you could just walk around, and it was pretty fun. It's a shame there hasn't been another glitch like this because Respawn have kind of lowered the amount of teasers they do for future legends. Although last season we did get a teaser for Sparrow where his cat was knocking about, so maybe teasers are going to be coming back. But I do think the ability to explore the next map before it came out was a pretty good glitch. Although one glitch that a lot of people love a lot more than that is the free heirloom glitch. Yes, at one point there was a glitch that allowed you to equip any heirloom you wanted, and a lot of people have been trying to chase the high of a free heirloom glitch ever since this moment. Essentially, it was really easy to activate. You essentially had to force your game to buffer by entering a very high ping server, like maybe a Tokyo one if you lived in Europe, or an Australian one if you lived in the US, and then you had to spam the menus. While the menus were buffering after you spammed them, in their lag, they would present you with the ability to equip legend heirlooms you didn't own. And when you ticked the box to equip them, the game registered this and let you use the heirlooms. This allowed me to play with plenty of heirlooms I didn't have, and essentially allowed anybody to get whatever heirloom they wanted. Not only was this pretty crazy, but it also got pretty scary, because as of the nature of the glitch, whenever you equipped a glitched heirloom, you couldn't unequip it unless you reactivated the glitch, leading a lot of people to accidentally get stuck equipped with glitched heirlooms, which caused a lot of people to worry that they basically just marked themselves to be banned. But luckily nobody got banned for this glitch because it was pretty easy to accidentally do, especially if you have bad Wi-Fi, and Respawn basically just ended up unequipping heirlooms from anybody who had a glitched one equipped. Weirdly enough now, there are still remnants of this glitch in game, as now when the menu buffers, you can't actually enter any of the menus, because that was Respawn's patch for the glitch. They just didn't allow you to enter menus while the game was buffering, so the heirloom glitch is kind of still echoed in today's build of Apex. There was another glitch recently that allowed you to get more free stuff, and this glitch actually allowed you to keep the free stuff. You see, when the second split of Season 24 started, a lot of people who just owned the normal Battle Pass, not the premium version, started realizing they received the premium skins despite not buying them, and they also received the premium rewards, like extra exotic shards. So naturally, a lot of people are like, oh, I've got to spend these exotic shards before they go away. So they spent the exotic shards. A few days later, Respawn patched this Battle Pass glitch and removed the items from people that wrongfully received them. So they removed the Ultimate Battle Pass rewards that people didn't own, but also they removed the exotic shards from people that didn't buy the Ultimate version of the Battle Pass. The issue was, if you had spent these exotic shards that you had gotten for free, and you had 0 exotic shards left, Respawn would put your exotic shard count into negative values, which meant you were in exotic shard debt, and the only way to balance this debt was to buy more exotic shards or receive them to put your count back to 0 so you weren't in debt, which was terrible because now these people who got exotic shards through a glitch that Respawn caused were being forced to pay the price. Luckily, a lot of people kicked up a big fuss about this, and Respawn realized that they screwed up. So to everybody that they put in debt, they actually gave them the exotic shards to take them out of debt, which in the long run meant a lot of people got free exotic shards just for a bit of hassle and a bit of a scare. I don't think Respawn will be making that mistake again, but subscribe if you want to experience a free heirloom glitch.